Hello and welcome to part 23 of LENGA Explained by Gravitas Projects. We're going to jump straight in. We're talking about the town CBD improvement plan. So what the aim is, they really want a people-orientated esplanade, which is a good idea, to make it feel more exciting and make people, when you come over the hill in Lakes Entrance, you're really impacted. We were, first time we went down there, we thought it was fantastic. And the issue is when you go into town, because it hasn't been developed coherently, it just doesn't feel like an environment conducive to, not that you don't want to hang out there, that's a bit rough, but it's not at its best. So this is what this plan is. It's designed to make the area feel at its best, which is really cool. So they want to go for a people-orientated esplanade. They want the identity of Lakes Entrance to really come through. So it's a fishing town and they want to celebrate that. It's the biggest fishing port in Victoria, commercial fishing port in Victoria. And they really want to celebrate all of this heritage.
And it's one of the, the largest East Gippsland coastal town.
Absolutely.
Which is huge for Victoria. So it only makes sense to create this hub so that you can have people walking along, get rid of all those cars on the town centre.
Yeah, so what they're doing to do all these sorts of things is they're reducing esplanade parking, and they're bringing in the Copenhagen bike lanes that we mentioned last time. They're building a boardwalk from right down by the Aldi to where the new town square will be. We'll touch on the town square a little bit as well. I'm not sure if in this episode or the next episode. Do you want to let me know if we're doing that in this episode or next episode? Just have a read through the notes. They are... what the plan is, they want you to be parking in central locations and then walking around the town, which I think is a really clever idea.
Which they're going to put, I know they've scheduled 3 new zebra crossings to go in across the esplanade. What else are they going to do? The great thing will be they're going to create and have high quality stone and concrete finishes while secondary footpaths are honed to expose texture and a fresh face in retail areas. So they're going to actually ramp up the look and feel.
The architecture.
Yeah, the architecture.
Yeah. Lots of initiatives like the CBD, not the CBD improvement plan, the shop front approval scheme, which is really exciting. So basically what they're going to do is the council will match whatever you invest in your shop up to $3,000 to make the facade more attractive from the main drag, which is exciting.
They're going to ramp up the quality street furniture. Signature areas will introduce stone walls and inbuilt litter bins.
Yep.
Seating and pedestrian lighting, which is contemporary and themed to the fishing town.
I know that they also want to encourage public art as well, which I think is a really good idea, especially if people don't graffiti over it.
Yep.
Fingers crossed. But as two blokes who come from Melbourne and spend a lot of time in the city, we think public art is a huge part of making an area feel really, really cultural and attractive, especially if it's good public art. And I think if they do it well and they celebrate that fishing heritage and maybe some of their Indigenous heritage as well, I believe that's earmarked.
Yeah.
I think it'll be a really, really good idea. I mean, especially the day and age we live in now. I mean, people will want to take photos and put them on Instagram of the heritage mural.
Exactly.
That's how things work. I mean, remember that lake? Was it a pink lake, I think? And there was this trend of everyone going down to this pink lake and taking photos with the pink lake in the background, and it went off on Instagram.
Well, now that's what, I mean, their objective is. Like, it is that holiday destination. They want more people to come down. They want the businesses to thrive.
Yep.
And it just, and they're going to do that. They're going to put better signage. Another thing they're going to do is make sure that there's shade and avenue trees.
They're planting out the trees. So there's the trees that are there now. Cool. What are the types of trees that are there? Does it say? Doesn't say. Okay.
No, it doesn't say.
The trees that they're like a pine or something like that. Not a pine. I want to say like a spruce. Anyway, they're going to try and encourage more of that style of tree Because one of the most impacting things about Lakes Entrance when you are on the Esplanade is how gorgeous the trees look down. I mean, we'll flash up a photo now so you get an understanding. But they want more of that. They want to try and understand what's working in Lakes Entrance and double down on that. Like any good business would.
Exactly.
Yeah. I think that's it.
There is a bit more. I know that they're going to introduce the introduction of Aldi.
No, Aldi's already there.
Aldi's already there
now. Yeah, there's an
this is
Aldi
old.
there. Actually, that's something that's worth talking about. What is in Lakes Entrance? There's a Target, there's an Aldi, there's a huge Woolies, and then there's tons of little, small, like Albert & Co. It's a great cafe. Lots of restaurants. It is a CBD. It's not just a small little town. I mean, it is a small CBD, but it's big. It's actually really big.
Yeah, it's huge.
Yeah.
As soon as you drive in from the very start all the way through to... How far down does that stretch? How many kilometres do you reckon?
I don't know. I would say it's like a kilometre, maybe a kilometre and a half. It wouldn't be more than 2 kilometres though. But it's a town big enough that they actually refer to Lakes Entrance District when they talk about population, because Lakes Entrance is a service town for the Lakes Entrance District. And some towns in the district, I want to say it's like Kalimna off the top of my head, and a couple of other towns in the area.
But if you do want to see, as we've said...
Here you go, I got it. Lakes Entrance, Lake Tyers, Lake Bunga, Lake Tyers Beach.
Oh, it's a service town for these?
Yeah.
Yep.
Oh, no, here you go. Lakes Entrance, Bullock Island, Kalimna. Kalimna West, Lake Bunga, Lake Tyers Beach, Toolaroo Arm, Lake Tyers Aboriginal Trust, Mill Point, The Barrier, Now an Hour, Toast Tree. Whoa. Wairawa and Wombat Creek. So that's the Lakes Entrance District. So all these towns end up in Lakes Entrance when they go for their coffee or when they need to go to Target. They don't go to Bairnsdale. They go here. And that's the end of this part. That's part 22. We've lost track now. We've lost track, which is going to make it hard to announce the episodes. But thank you so much for watching. We're enjoying it. We hope you're enjoying it as well. And we hope that you are learning at the same time. See ya.